welcome to Southwestern University for today's match featuring the McMurry University Warhawks and your Southwestern University Pirates. Now fans, would everyone please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. And now fans, let's meet today's starting lineups. First, Warhawks. Number 2, Damari Washington. Number 3, Anthony Lycia. Number 5, Julian Trevino. Number 10, Jordan Katende. Number 11, Trey Castillo. Number 14, Danny Chavez. Number 15, Landon Snyder. Number 21, Dylan Christian. Number 25, Giovanni Burnett. Number 37, Preston Stahl. The goalkeeper, number 1, Brandon Walker. The Warhawks are coached by Charles Nobles, assisted by Lorenzo Seguro. And now fans, the starting lineup for your Southwestern University Pirates. Number 2, Cooper Piro. Number 4, Elliot Miller. Number 5, Regan Sharma.
You did it wrong.
Number 7, Daniel Sartorio.
Line up.
Number 9, Grayson
You're
Pinto.
supposed to do it the
Number 12,
seniors last.
Danny Wasserman. Number 16, Luca Sipiu. Number 22, Keegan Hardy. Number 24, Amar Singh. Number 25, Michael Grimm. And the goalkeeper, number 99, Scott Johnson.
Yeah, he was supposed to do everyone
Head
else
coach of
and
the Pirates is
say
Dustin Norman,
accompanying them on the
assisted
field.
by Devin Pilarski.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to beautiful Southwestern University in Georgetown, Texas for the regular season finale senior day for the Pirates, honoring the 4 seniors, Elliot Miller, Lucas Siplu, Keegan Hardy, and Michael Grimm. As the Pirates try to wrap up the regular season on a winning streak, they have won 3 in a row. Can they make it 4 before they turn their sights to the SCAC tournament? Glad to have you with us. As always, we appreciate your support of Southwestern University Athletics. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick and Airmark Food Services, for their continued support of Pirate Athletics. Southwestern currently 3rd in the SCAC. Pirates 5-2-3, coming off an impressive 3-1 victory here Friday night over their nearest rival, Concordia University, Texas. McMurry, the visitors, down from the big country, making the trip from Abilene. They are 2-8, currently 11th out of 12 teams in the SCAC. Overall, they are 4-2-1, 2-8 in conference. Just 1 win in away matches this season for the visitors, led by 7th-year head coach Charles Nobles. Lorenzo Segura is his assistant. Referees for today's contest: Mohamed Kalea is our center referee. Assistant referee number 1, Guillermo Zenteno. Assistant referee number 2 is Emily Donahue. Todd Wallace is our 4th official. A breezy and cloudy day here in Central Texas, 82 degrees, and a stiff breeze coming out of the south from right to left across the pitch, just about 15 miles an hour, gusts up to 30. That'll certainly be a benefit for the side that has it at their back, which in the first half will be McMurry. So the Warhawks trying to get something positive to end the season. They have lost 2 in a row, falling to Austin College at home. They're at Wilford Moore Stadium in Abilene. And then a loss on Friday night, 4-1 in Seguin against TLU. Pirates led by 7th-year head coach Dustin Norman. He's taken them to 3 consecutive SCAC tournament semifinals. Devin Pilarski, is his assistant. Matt Bersano, the goalkeeper coach for Coach Norman. Take a look at the goalkeepers for both these sides. Brandon Walker, the sophomore from Royce City, just northeast of Dallas, is in goal for the Warhawks. Walker has seen the majority of action, over 1,200 minutes in 14 matches. Has given up just under 3 goals against. Has conceded 39 goals on the campaign, a save percentage of 64, a record of 3-10-1 with a pair of shutouts this season. His counterpart, Scott Johnson, the junior from Seattle, out of the downtown school there in the Emerald City. He has secured the starting spot. 9 matches this season. He's only conceded 4 goals. That is a .44 goals against average, a save percentage of almost 89%, a record of 5-1-3. And the commonality, every game he has been able to pick up a shutout there, with the exception of that Concordia where they conceded just a single goal. Pirates are up 2-0 on Friday over the Tornadoes. They took that 2-0 lead into half. Tornadoes would quickly find one early in the second half, and it looked like we would have a game before Southwestern again found insurance. Ultimately took that match 3-1. That was the first goal they had conceded in the last 3 matches. Johnson today in the pink over to our left. We'll put this back into play into the teeth of the gusting wind here in Georgetown. His counterpart Walker in the blue. Again, the 3 seniors, Elliott Miller, the defender from Houston Lamar, right there in the central part of Space City, the Texan. Lucas Siplu, the senior from Austin, down in Westwood High School, just in the northern part of the city. Keegan Hardy, senior, another Austinite from Bowie High School down in South Austin. And finally, Michael Grimm, the senior, all-region honoree a year ago, and the former South Lake Carroll Dragon, also a stalwart on that back line. 4 players, who've contributed immensely to this program, their time here in Georgetown. They will surely be missed, and their teammates looking to send them out with a victory before they turn their sights to next weekend's SCAC Conference Tournament. Semifinals will begin on Friday, November the 8th. The Pirates, chance for a throw, and that means it's Grayson Pinto territory. Pinto, the reigning SCAC Offensive Player of the Week, had impressive performances in back-to-back goals for the first time in his career in their road victories last weekend at Ozarks and Centenary. Sends this one into the mixer. Sharma is always the target. And just unable to put that one on frame. Nicely done. The junior from Austin Westlake, second-team All-Conference a year ago. He is such a threat in those situations. 4 goals, 2 assists for Sharma. The Pirates unable to draw first blood, at least in that instance. Now the wind there at the back of Walker, and you can see Walker putting that one almost halfway onto the Southwestern side of the pitch. Certainly a factor, and McMurray with it as an advantage at their backs in the first half. That is something they will definitely need to use. It'll be difficult for Southwestern to play into it. But a slight advantage. Don't want to overstate the importance of it, but it does make a difference. Here is Miller from his fellow senior Hardy. Looking up to Pinto. Pinto dispossessed, and a quick whistle from Kalea, our referee. It'll be a free kick as Hardy and Grimm now both standing over. We'll see which of the seniors takes it. You would imagine this is Grimm territory, and it is indeed the case. I mentioned Pinto so impressive last week. The lone goal in that victory against Centenary, a 1-0 win in Shreveport. Then the game winner against Ozarks. Insurance against Ozarks, and first time in his career that he had earned the SCAC Offensive Player of the Week. Grimm sends this one in, looking for the near post, and no one in gold there, easily collected by Brandon Walker. Well, Southwestern not making any changes in the starting 11 from their victory on Friday over Concordia, nor would you imagine they would. The same starting 11. Coach Norman told me very simply, if it's not broken, he's exactly right. They had an impressive performance, really dominated the Tornadoes. They were the better side throughout the entirety of that match. There was a brief moment early in the second half when the Tornadoes came out, really were the better side for a bit when they pulled back their lone goal and made it a one-goal affair, but ultimately Southwestern was able to get back on top, found insurance, and a 3-1 victory. Switching field right to the head of Amar Singh, the talented freshman from the Awadi School in Houston. You mentioned the 4 seniors. There have been some impressive freshmen this year for Southwestern that have gotten big minutes. So even with the absence of these 4, and it will be a big absence, it will be felt. You can't understate that. But these freshmen will certainly make a difference. Here's one, Saratorio out of San Antonio. He's been stellar. He was great on Friday. Really bossed the midfield, controlled things in the center of the park for Southwestern, did their number 7. Ziplu dispossessed that time, taken away by Christian, the junior from Wichita Falls out of Ryder High School. A lot of Metroplex players, a lot of big country players on this McMurry roster, you would imagine. Not too far of a trip there to Abilene from the DFW Metroplex. Wasserman, the Houstonian out of the St. John's School there. Another very impressive freshman who's had quite the campaign. Visitors trying to find something. Here's Giovanni Burnett. And the freshman from Dallas Sunset High School able to win the foul. Free kick, and this is a dangerous one with the wind. I would imagine the Warhawks will certainly be able to put this into a good place. So Anthony Lycia comes up, the sophomore out of Lake Highlands. Great set-piece opportunity, wind gusting, and said he sends it low, driven in. Pirates yet to clear it, and Pinto finally does. Interesting decision there from Lycia, electing to put that one low, maybe trying to catch the Pirates off guard. Pirates do have a height advantage, so that may be what they were thinking. Not a ton of height on this McMurry roster. Sartorio, off the side of the boot, finds Pinto, but the flag is up. It was a great look from Sartorio. I mentioned his vision, just a very impressive midfielder, an attacking midfielder sitting right behind the forwards. He can certainly score in his own right, but more of the enganche role, if you will. Those of you familiar with South American football, and he plays it well. And here is Sartorio on cue. Tries to settle, finally does. 2 defenders there, loses his footing and possession. No whistle. Pirate fans mildly displeased, but not too loud after Sartorio lost it. Walker out of the back. Sharma there, and he will send it to touch. The visitors with a throw. If the ball's in the air, and number 5 for Southwestern is in the vicinity, chances are Harkev Sharma is going to get on the end of it. Just phenomenal leaping ability. Always wondered what his vertical leap is, and it is very impressive, to put it mildly. Southwestern concedes the corner. Another chance here for the visitors, another set piece. They will send Trey Castillo over to take it, the senior out of Abilene Cooper, the local product. He will address it with a right, so an outswinger coming from Castillo. Into the area, Hero head to it, and this one will not find touch, stays in play. Trying to find a bit of space. Trevino, the freshman, another Dallas product. The flag up, and that ball played his way just a bit too late. He'd already made the run. A bit of a cautious start. McMurry, obviously, it is going to be a difficult outing for them. sitting in the penultimate place in the SCAC men's soccer standings. Only Dallas beneath them. Dallas winless in conference and 0-10 record. McMurry 2 victories in conference play. But they have not won a road game in conference. They are 0-5 in SCAC road matches this year. If they're going to pick up their first, it's going to take a Herculean task, you would imagine. Chance here for Southwestern. Trying to find space to cross it in. Contact, and it is going to be a penalty. Pirates with a penalty kick coming their way. Won by the senior, Lucas Siplu. Honorable mention a year ago was the former Westwood Warrior in conference, and we will see if he's given the opportunity to convert his own penalty one. He's able to cut the defender back just inside of the far side of the 18. And it will be another senior. And you would imagine this would indeed be the case. Michael Grimm, he's just such a stalwart. The reason he wears the captain's armband. A great chance here to put Pirates ahead. Penalty just 9 minutes in. Grimm blocked. Tried to go to the far post. Walker was right there. The sophomore goalkeeper from Roy City making a huge save on the penalty. And oh my, what a turn that is. Grimm thought he had the goal and the Pirates ahead. Still a corner, still the chance as this header goes over. And still scoreless we remain. Just over 9 minutes in, a massive save by Brandon Walker. Give full credit. Did a fantastic job. That is just the second penalty kick this season for Southwestern. The bad news is they've missed them both. They have not converted in either penalty kick they have had this season. The visitors, conversely, 2 of 3 in the penalties. And they've done a good job. They've blocked 3 of 7. Their opponents converting on just over half of the penalty kicks they've taken, and now exactly half, 4 of 8. Bureau. Off of Burnett. Bureau doing a wise thing there, just knew where the ball was on the pitch, and that's just a heads-up play. Bureau just a sophomore, but the defender out of Booker T. Washington High School in Tulsa plays an impressive brand of soccer. He was rewarded all freshman team in the SCAC. Here you go. Pinto sends it into the mixer. Sharma unable to get on the end of it. And a head knock will bring the trainer out. A referee calling a halt to play as the clock will stop. 34-34 remaining in the first half. As Anthony Lycia, the sophomore out of Lake Highlands, still rubbing his head, and they want to get him checked out. Obviously, the head injury assessment is so important. Any shot to the head these days, we take no chances. So Lycia comes off, if only briefly. The Warhawks trainer will check him out. It'll be Nick Munoz coming on to take his place, the sophomore from Lubbock. But a massive turn, a 9th-minute penalty won by the Pirates. Siplu able to win it in his final home match in his Pirate career. But his fellow senior, Michael Grimm, could not convert. He went to the far post. Walker either saw it coming or guessed correctly, but he was right there. There was no doubt. A very well-saved penalty, and still scoreless 11 minutes in. Wasserman able to find Pinto. Pinto tries to settle it, working his way, this time around Trevino, and Trevino concedes the throw. Pinto will take it himself, and with Piro and Sharma pressing forward, they will be the targets, as they always are. Wasserman as well has good size, the 6'2 freshman from Houston. Sent in. Too tall for Sharma. They have somebody at the back post, and the Pirates with a goal. No, flag is up. Elliot Miller thought he had it. And the fans erupting, the senior from Houston Lamar. How appropriate would that have been? But no. So still scoreless. Two seniors for Southwestern, a chance to find the opener. Grimm could not, nor could Miller. We remain scoreless 12 minutes in. And if you're McMurry, you have to be very pleased, at least with the score, maybe not the opportunities that Southwestern is having. That is something they desperately need to remedy. Pirates really dominating possession and the scoring chances. But all that matters is that it is still scoreless, 0-0 between Southwestern and McMurray. Ziplu back to work in a similar position to where he won the penalty, but he's dispossessed. That time Castillo takes it away. They couldn't get it up. Jordan Katende, the junior from Saginaw, another Greater Metroplex product. They couldn't find him. He's right now the lone forward as everybody else having to drop back. And Sharma, some miscommunication, sends this out. The Warhawks will have the throw, and they will make a change as Anthony Lycia, who had that head knock in the corner a few minutes ago, he comes back on, appears to be no worse for wear, and Munoz back to the bench. A beautiful day, temperature just a few degrees above 80, but a nice breeze coming out of the south from right to left, overcast. Looking at the forecast, it appears that we may indeed have some fall weather on the way. Dare I say, maybe the 70s coming our way this week. Time to no doubt bring out the parkas. And the foul against Burnett. Just catching Hardy. Bureau looking up, nice ball onto Pinto. Pinto trying to spin away. Here comes Washington. Across the face of goal, still out to Miller it comes. All the way out, Castillo there. And Trevino, the man who ultimately turned it back over. The visitors, just 2 victories in conference. They beat Dallas at home a week ago, back on the 25th of October, 2-0. They're at Wilford Moore Stadium in Abilene. And they also beat St. Thomas in Abilene, 2-1, back earlier in the month on the 11th of October. But those are their lone victories in conference this season. We mentioned have not picked up an away victory in conference. As this one comes through, Walker able to get to it, and that was just miscommunication. It was Landon Snyder, the freshman from Frisco Memorial, who was closest to it, but he didn't make a play on it and actually just shielded Walker from it. Walker did a good job, able to keep that out. Pinto ready into one of those patented long throws. Since it's to the penalty spot, Sharma unable to get ahead to it. Pirro knocked it on, looking for Wasserman. Wasserman back to Pinto, edge of the box. Sent in. Oh, Pirro, golden opportunity, but he leaned back, and that ball ultimately wins off the mark. It's always going to be difficult taking that first touch, but you have to keep your body over it. If you start to lean back, that ball is going to sail, as it did right there. Pirates win it back. Visitors under a lot of pressure. Here comes Sartorio inside the 18. Cuts it back. Looking for a man to lay it off to. Sartorio's shot deflected. May have been better served to try to find a teammate. He had little angle and 2 defenders in his way. And the foul against Sartorio, maybe a bit of frustration there on the talented freshman from San Antonio Brandeis. Walker will take the free kick, and we again take the opportunity to thank our sponsors, Don Hewitt Chevrolet and Buick and Aramark Food Services. Big thanks to their continued support of Southwestern University Athletics. Johnson really hasn't been tested, the junior goalkeeper from Seattle, the reigning defensive player of the week in the SCAC. Today, his 6th consecutive start. We mentioned early in the season he was splitting time with Jackson Tucker, but he has really made that spot his of late. 6 straight starts. And he was great in those road victories over Centenary and Ozarks. And going into that match against Concordia here on Friday, he had gone 295 minutes without conceding a goal, and that was well over 300 as he did not concede a goal in the first half. That impressive streak now broken. But congratulations, as Ian Pinto, the offensive and defensive player of the week respectively, both earning those honors for the first time in their Pirate careers. Very well deserved. Hardy, bit of space, now out to Miller. There at the numbers, the seniors for the women's team that'll be honored later inside. Sartorio, edge of the 18, he not on target. But Southwestern has won a corner that deflected out off of Dylan Christian. Eleven seniors will be honored for the women later today. Again, we mentioned just the 4 for the men. Miller, Siplu, Hardy, and Grimm. And here is one of them to take the corner. Grimm, the in-swinger. Just across. Walker came out, tried to punch it away, couldn't get a touch, and that one flashed across the goal mouth, but no one in yellow, and for that matter, no one in white either able to get a touch to it. Walker instructing his teammates to move forward further up the pitch. Again, he has the wind at his back. He could certainly send this into Southwestern territory, and he does, all the way to the edge of the circle. And no one will get to it before Johnson does. Emerald City native low and driving into the wind. Went right to Castillo. He couldn't settle it. Now Katunde, a rare touch for the number 10. And turned over. Christian, his target. He couldn't keep it in. Southwestern, quick throw. Edge of the box. Sartorio has it knocked away. And the Pirates have the throw as Piro and Sharma come up on cue. Pinto to the penalty spot. Sharma closest to it. Couldn't settle. Katunde there to head it away, but still inside the 18. Yet to be cleared. Piro, nice little pirouette. Oh, back in. It's the flex out to Trevino. Maybe a rare opportunity here for the Warhawks. They have numbers if they can get them forward quickly enough. Trevino needs to play this ball. Still at the boots of number 5. And turned over. He had Christian. Had he played that ball quicker, and Christian frustrated that that ball did not come his way. Still scoreless. Pirates had a penalty blocked in the ninth. Siplu won it. Grimm went to the near post, to the far, and that's exactly where Walker was. Pirates thought they had a goal just about 10 minutes, about 5 minutes after. That was nullified due to an offside. Looking to switch field. Chavez, the intended target. Senior from Fort Worth unable to settle. Wasserman unable to keep it. Castillo happy to come back, and Wasserman compounds matters, committing the foul. Again, Mohamed Kalea is our referee. Sent in by Burnett. Dangerous area. Chavez unable to get on the end of it, and Johnson, very nice job. That was a tricky ball right above his crossbar and in the field of play. That was one he could not make any mistake on, and obviously did not. Mentioned it's been fairly routine for Johnson. That may have been the more tricky of the shots he's had to face as we are halfway through the opening 45. Sharma, nicely done. Castillo up to win it. Azcatunde. Visitors just slow to transition, though. When they do get possession, very difficult for them to turn defense to offense in any short period of time, and that gives Southwestern time to get back defensively, get set up. Southwestern has had so many numbers forward up the pitch. They've been attacking so much of this half. Warhawks certainly need to make a change in that if they can. As speaking of changes, they'll make a pair here. Just under 22 minutes remaining in the half. So coming on will be Eric Phillips, the junior from Willis Point, alongside Pedro Yanez. Yanez, the freshman from Valley View High School down in McAllen. An entirely Texas roster for McMurry, with the exception of Poulos, the freshman from Greece, who unfortunately is injured, but even he went to high school here in state. Singh. Salvatorio elects to play it back. He had Hardy making a run, just couldn't find him. Piro here on the near side. Cooper, plenty of time, tries to thread the needle and somehow does. Burnett had that one, just couldn't get to it. Pinto. And back to Sharma, who wisely switches field, Singh up across midfield. Pirates with the free kick. And we'll see, there may be a booking as well. We've not seen a card until now, and there you go. The first yellow of the match will be picked up by the Warhawks. The caution issued to Dylan Christian, the junior midfielder from Wichita Falls Rider High School. Sees it 25 minutes in. Grimm to the back post, has a man. Oh, what a save. Piro is there. But a fantastic save from Walker. Piro did a great job. And then Piro committed the foul. That may, unfortunately, just be the case of a bigger man, a smaller man. But Piro's going to see yellow. I'm not sure about that one. Cooper Piro, the all-freshman team a year ago, the sophomore from Tulsa, sees yellow. And again, I think unfortunately for him, that may just be bigger man, smaller man. Piro is 6'3", and that is not a small 6'3". So each side picking up a yellow in less than 60 seconds. Christensen saw one, and Piro now with one for Southwestern as well. So both sitting on a caution. Something Pirates will certainly need to be cognizant of, and Wasserman. Taking away that time. Snyder. Phillips, the substitute, and he turns it right over. No, somehow that's going to find Trevino, not sure. And now out to Washington. Here comes Burnett. He has his pocket picked by Hardy. Nicely done. Wasserman a chance here. Great ball out to Danny. Trying to find something. Pinto is just trying to stay on. Out to Miller. Hardy telling him to press forward. He has a lot of space. Looking in to Sartorio. And there is Brandon Walker. The sophomore has been impressive here today. The Royce City product has done his job, and he's kept his team in this. He's kept it a scoreless game. If nothing else but the penalty save he made in the 9th minute. And he's had a few after that as well. Pirates look to make some changes at the next opportunity. Yanez will take it. On to Burnett. Burnett sends it across. Pirro closest to it for the Pirates. Couldn't get there, but Damari Washington does. Freshman from Richmond sends a dangerous ball in. Oh, had a man. Nicely done defensively from Sharma. We mentioned his goal-scoring ability, but he's just so good in the air. It doesn't matter where he is on the pitch. Wasserman on from Hardy. Oh, couldn't find Pinto, but right back to Sartorio it goes. Sartorio takes a shot, and that was a foul and then some. Surprised if the ref doesn't reach for the pocket here. We've already seen 2 yellows, each side picking up a caution, and Sartorio had gotten rid of that ball, and it does not appear. Oh, there it is. It was late, but that is the right call in my estimation. Snyder, the freshman from Frisco, sees yellow. And he should have. That was a clear and obvious foul on Dani Sartorio, who's slow to his feet, trying to shake it off. Sartorio, a slippery player, and I say that with great affection. But he'd gotten rid of that ball by the time Snyder came in and made the clattering contact. Grimm into the teeth. Right into the wind, couldn't find Sharma. And a high boot from Ragev. Just catching one of the Warhawk defenders up around the chin, it appeared. Christian just trying to shake it off. Headed on that time to Ravino, trying to find a teammate. No one in white in the vicinity. Hardy, plenty of room, and wisely back to a wide open Pirro, who has space to press forward should he so choose. Oh, little dummy around. That time Burnett. Pinto, pressured by Burnett. It'll be off of Giovanni Burnett. The Pirates, a quartet of changes. 4 new faces coming on for Southwestern with 16 and a half remaining here in our scoreless opening 45. Nolan, McLeod, Marino, and Landon Gunther, the new additions for Southwestern. All forces off the bench, all trying to make something happen. And Nolan had a very good showing on Friday as a substitute, as did this man right here, Quinn McLeod. He was outstanding, really brought a lot of energy and pace, creativity for the former LD Bell man. I really like the game that McLeod has. Another talented attacking midfielder. Has pace, he can run at defenders. Reads the game well. McMurray will let this one find touch. Pirro with the throw. Hardy, McLeod. Nearly stolen away. Grimm there to rescue possession for the Pirates. Quarter of an hour remaining here in the first half. And it remains scoreless, much to the Pirates fans' chagrin here on the senior day. Honoring Miller, Siplu, Hardy, and Grimm. And it was Grimm who had the penalty kick. It was won by his fellow senior, Siplu, but Grimm couldn't convert. Into Nolan. Nolan, oh, right at Walker. Another stellar save from Brandon Walker. The sophomore, he's on his game today. It is going to take something special to beat him, you would imagine. Walker came in. He's seen the majority of minutes, over 1,200. Jonathan Garcia has played just about 300. But it has really been Brandon Walker's show between the sticks for McMurray. Conceding just under 3 goals against per contest, a save percentage of 64. He does have 2 shutouts this season, and a record of 3-10-1. The Pirates making more changes. Wallace, Colgrove, and Colin Otten on for Southwestern. Otten takes the throw, the sophomore. Up to Wallace, Louisiana product. A lot of fresh legs on for Southwestern as they will no doubt make a concerted effort here. With just under 14 minutes remaining, they would love to have a goal and an advantage going into halftime. And certainly imagine if we're going to see a goal in the first half, it'll be for Southwestern. Visitors haven't had a lot of opportunities and really none through the run of play. The scant chances they've had have come from set pieces. And they've done this with the wind at their back in the first half. It bears repeating. Southwestern will have the wind in the second half at their backs. The visitors have not really taken advantage of the gusting wind. It's been constant at about 12 miles an hour. And play stops with a Warhawk down just on the edge of the center circle here in front of us. I believe that is Pedro Yanez. It is indeed Yanez, the freshman from Valley View down in South Texas, McAllen native. And his coach, Charles Noble's out to check on number 24. A pair of seventh-year head coaches, both Nobles in his 7th season there in Abilene. Coach Norman, 7th year here in Georgetown. And there's a change. It appears, you see Coach Nobles immediately signaling to his sideline somebody needs to get ready for Yanez, who does not appear that he will be able to continue, at least not at this juncture. But he is able to walk off under his own power, and that is always a good sign. Hall of Famer, World Cup winner in the house, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I am contractually obligated to say that anytime Linda Hamilton makes an appearance. If you win a World Cup, I will say that for you too. It's one thing to win a championship. It's another to win an Olympics. If you win a World Cup, that is truly the greatest title in all of sports. And not just a World Cup, the first ever Women's World Cup back in 1991. We'll see her side coming up in our second match in today's doubleheader. The multiple-time Hall of Famer, U.S. Soccer Hall of Famer. Multiple-time All-American, national champion. But again, you win a World Cup, I will proudly and pleased to introduce you anytime if that is the case. Grimm out of the back. Taking his time under no pressure, no reason for him to do anything. And finally on to Sharma, he elects to go. 2 center backs. Electing that time to get Gunther involved a bit. Excuse me, that was Marino, rather, the Miami native. Singh up the line. Oh, good ball. He was fine looking for Nolan, and it's ultimately going to be off of Nolan. Played off of him by Preston Stahl, the senior from Allen. The largest high school in the state of Texas enrollment-wise there in the Metroplex. Allen, for those of you unfamiliar with the Eagles, it is the home of Kyler Murray, one of the more impressive athletic powerhouses in the state. And they have an enrollment of just under 7,000 students in a high school. That is exactly right. You can look it up. Whistle will go against the Pirates. The aforementioned Stahl thought he was going to take it. No, he will go ahead and let his goalkeeper, Walker, have the honors. So Walker comes all the way up. Send this one to the edge of the Pirates' box and right to the head of Amar Singh. Foul against the Pirates. Another free kick coming. And again, the chances, few as they have been, have come from set pieces. They have not come through the run of play. But we will see what the Warhawks can do with this. This is certainly one they need to put into a good area. Christian to take it. Looking for the far post, has a man wide open across the face of goal, completely unmarked, was Justin Trevino, and that is poor defending by the Pirates. Trevino rose above. There was not a yellow shirt in the vicinity to mark him. And Trevino, to be quite honest, should have done better. Unmarked, had to put that on frame. He did not. A rare opportunity, and it was missed by some measure by the Warhawks. They're not going to have the chances, it appears, so when they do, they need to do something with it. McLeod draws the foul. What a golden opportunity that was by Trevino, the freshman from Dallas, out of Townview Magnet High School. Southwestern just left him all alone. Under 10 minutes remaining in our scoreless first half. Wind starting to kick up. We mentioned it has been pretty constant around 10 to 12 miles an hour. We've had gusts up to 30. Another foul going against Snyder. And he needs to be careful. He's already sitting on a yellow as the freshman from Frisco Memorial. And he had some words for our referee, Mohamed Kalea, after that. Needs to be very careful. Descent could well see him with a second, and that would see him off the pitch, obviously. And this match, the way it's going, the Warhawks can ill afford to play down a man. Chipped in and right to the head of Snyder. His opposite number there, Anderson, with the service. Nolan trying to find space. He's won a corner. Nolan, a talented player, good size at 6 foot, the sophomore out of Barbers Hill. He was all freshman a year ago in conference. Anderson to the near post, has a man again, Walker there. A tip of the cap. Brandon Walker has been outstanding in the first half, and you have to give credit where credit is due. He has saved, by my count, 3 Pirate goals. Obviously, the penalty kick in the 9th minute, but he has 2 other spectacular saves, the third just seconds ago. Another corner for the Pirates. Can they break the wall that is Walker? All the way out it comes. Colgrove pulling it back. Singh now playing here on the right side. Colgrove, another Austin product out of Bowie High School. Ian Hardy, both former Bulldogs, is Washington unable to take it away from McLeod. McLeod still in possession. Quinn tries to serve it in, and he's won a free kick. Set piece for the Pirates. Anderson will come up to take it. freshman out of A&M Consolidated in College Station. Colgrove. He came over and then immediately Coach Norman telling him to come in. He just wants Anderson. 2 in the wall for the Warhawks. Headed away by Snyder, but straight up. It'll stay inside the 18. Colgrove unable to get ahead to it. And finally cleared away by Diego Aldama. Flying forward, Phillips. Working on Singh. Phillips with possession. Maybe a chance here for the Warhawks. Haven't had too many. Aldama able to find his way through. Oh, and it was behind number 22. On to McLeod. Pirates survive there. Nolan trying to play the transition game. And he has it knocked out. Warhawks saying it was off Nolan. Officials saw otherwise, so Southwestern will have the throw. McMurray making a change. At the next opportunity. Oh, deflected. Good chance, Colgrove, an appeal for a handball. Referee never hearing that. Sharma flicked it over, stall there. Colgrove able to collect it. Pirates will recycle, get another opportunity. And Wallace couldn't flick the header on. Randy Bonilla, the freshman from Richmond out of Fort Bend Travis High School there. One of the newer additions. Pirates coaching staff, Coach Norman and Pilarski telling them to move it quickly. They want a goal. There's 4.5 minutes remaining in this first half. They want to take a lead into halftime, no doubt about it. And they have a corner. Conceded by Trevino. Trevino may have had the best opportunity for the visitors in the first half as he was unmarked on a free kick, left wide open. He rose to head it, but his header not on target. Another opportunity here for Anderson. Walker off his line, unable to get there. Thankfully for him, he had teammates as Aldama able to clear it away. The sophomore from Dripping Springs, just southwest of Austin. Johnson. All the way back to him, maybe not by design. Singh. Intercepted by Snyder in the center circle. Snyder able to get it out to Trevino. Waiting for reinforcements, has an overlapping run coming from Washington, elects to go inside, and he's dispossessed by Anderson. He couldn't find Wallace. That was the intended target as that pass was well read by Lucia. Now, finally, that change coming for the visitors. As Carter Tao comes on, the freshman out of Bixby High School in Tulsa, the former Spartan making his first appearance in the match. Trevino. And Singh mishit that one, and he sends it out. Throw for Damari Washington. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first 45. And if the visitors could find something at the end of this first half against the run and play, all the possession, the opportunities that Southwestern has had, that would be a massive change in this match. They can certainly do it. Washington, his throw, they tried to flick it on, could not. Aldama tried to stick a boot in. Yet to be cleared. Alto Aldama, no. Colgrove able to beat him to it. Oh, nicely done by Nolan, and It's going to be a free kick. And credit Pedro Yanez. He did what he could to win that one, and he did. Under 2 minutes remaining in the half. Southwestern so good early on. The penalty in the 9th blocked by Brandon Walker. He has made 3 just incredible saves to keep this scoreless as the sophomore goalkeeper for McMurry. Low driving from let's see that time. Washington sends it into the mixer. Oh, off the chest. Chance here, and they've got it. Anthony Lucia, and it was just a feeling. Anyone that has been around this game for any amount of time, you could see it coming. Pirates who were just trying to get out of the half. The visitors were turning the screws. They had possession, they had opportunities, and now they have the opener. Anthony Lucia, the sophomore from Lake Highlands, with the goal. That is his 3rd of the season. And what a turn that is with exactly 60 seconds remaining in the first half. And now Southwestern really up against it. They had certainly downshifted or not nearly as attacking minded for those last 5 minutes or so, and the Warhawks made them pay. That is just the 16th goal of the season for McMurray. To put that into context, Southwestern has 29. Certainly not an offensive powerhouse are the Warhawks, but they'll take advantage of opportunities, and they had more than one. Now the Pirates need to respond. They have 25 seconds remaining here in this first half. See if they can pull one back. Because again, if McMurray goes into the break 1-0, completely changes the complexion of this game. McLeod. 10 seconds remaining in the half. Able to work his way around Bonilla. McLeod. Headed away by Tao, and Aldama sends this as the first half comes to a close. 1-0. McMurray on top. Anthony Lucia, the lone goal for the sophomore from Lake Highlands in the 44th minute, and that is the difference. We'll step aside halftime here in Georgetown. Back with you in 15 minutes for the second half. Before we do so, I would again like to thank our sponsors, Don Hewlett Chevrolet and Buick and Airmark Food Services. Thank you as well for all of your support of Southwestern University Athletics. And again, we encourage you, if you have not done so already, to subscribe to our YouTube channel. 1-0, McMurray leading at the break. Halftime here in Georgetown. Last 5 minutes, you can just tell. This is true. Welcome back. Start of the second half here at Varsity Field in Georgetown. Senior day for the Southwestern University Pirates, honoring their 4 seniors, Elliott Miller, Lucas Hipplew, Keegan Hardy, and Michael Grimm. The Pirates dominated the first half in terms of possession. In terms of opportunities, they had a penalty saved in the 9th minute. And it was really the story of great goalkeeping from Brandon Walker, the sophomore for McMurray. And he had some stellar saves to keep it scoreless until the 44th minute, when Anthony Lucia, the sophomore defender from Lake Highlands, found the lone goal of the first half. And it is the Warhawks up 1-0 to start half number 2. Ready to get things underway. Pirates, with the wind at their back here in the second half, they will certainly happily take that advantage. The Warhawks currently sitting 11th of 12 teams in the SCAC soccer standings. Just 2 victories in conference, both at home. They've not won a road game in the SCAC this year. They're 45 minutes away from doing just that and spoiling senior day, as well as the Pirates' 3-match winning streak. Off we go in the second half. Pirates from right to left in the gold. Trying to get something going here, and really Southwestern kind of lacked a sense of urgency and took their foot off the gas near the end of that first half. The visitors took full advantage. Pirates have won an early corner, and they are already coming out, it appears, more energized with a sense of urgency, which they certainly need. We'll see if they can indeed find the equalizer. Sent in, headed away. Flicked out of danger by Burnett. All the way back it comes to Grimm. Back into the mixer, he sends it. And headed off by Pinto. I believe he was the one who had the last touch, too, at the reigning SCAC Offensive Player of the Week. But credit McMurray. They weathered the storm, and again, it was really came down to great goalkeeping from Brandon Walker, the sophomore from Royce City. He did everything for them. Didn't have too many chances, but the last 5 minutes of the half, they worked their way into it. Had a few. Southwestern maybe already looking at that halftime, and the Warhawks took advantage of it. Off of Castillo, it'll be a Pirates throw. Pinto comes over. Keep an eye, obviously, on number 2 and number 5. They are the chief targets in these situations. Pinto looking for Sharma. And out it goes. And it will indeed be a corner for the Pirates. In the first 2 minutes, having some set-piece chances. The good news for the Pirate fans, they've come out, certainly, it appears, with a sense of urgency. And a much-needed one. Grimm again, driven across the face of goal, headed away. It was Yanez ultimately was able to get ahead to it and sent out. Yanez gets to start in the second half in place of Jordan Katinde. Pedro Yanez, a freshman from McAllen, came on in the first half and contributed some big minutes. He did a good job in the middle of the park. Sharma looking up for Pinto. Sartorio. Now back with the Wasserman. Sartorio wanted it back. He unable to get service there. He's so good at finding those pockets of space. Already a heavy touch. The throw will keep it with Southwestern. Certainly what Pirates fans were hoping they would see from the black and gold to start this second half. Hardy out to Sartorio and well off target. Frustration from the freshman out of the Alamo City. But certainly an improved Pirates team earlier here in the second half, exactly what their fans were hoping they would see. Again, we'd like to take the opportunity to thank our Southwestern University athletic sponsors, Don Hewitt Chevrolet and Buick, Airmark Food Services, for their continued support of Pirate Athletics. Thank you as well. Glad to have you wherever you may be joining us from. Final home match of the year, Senior Day here in Georgetown. There will be Senior Day festivities to follow the match. Because don't forget, we will have our women's match coming up. Also Senior Day for Coach Linda Hamilton's side, as they are honoring 11 seniors. Second match of our doubleheader, that's slated to kick just over an hour at 2:30 p.m. local time. Pinto, another opportunity, another long throw coming from the Plano native. Put it right in, just over the head of Grimm. And Walker, some contact there, and this one ending up over the goal and out for a goal kick. The weather, even though it has been overcast, it has been absolutely stellar in terms of temperature. Temperature in the low 80s, a nice breeze. And dare I say, maybe the heat finally starting to break. It is, after all, November. Sharma wanted a high boot as he brought that one up around the midsection of Snyder, but Snyder, one of two Warhawks who saw yellow in the first half alongside Dylan Christian. Piero also picked up a yellow card for the Pirates, did their star defender. Both these teams obviously want a victory here. Southwestern, they want to take a 4-game winning streak into the conference tournament, which begins next weekend. And Miller just couldn't put that one on target. McMurray, it's been a rough year for 7th-year head coach Charles Nobles. His side, just 2 victories in conference, none on the road, and they just have a 1-8-1 overall record away from Abilene this year. But if they can find a win here, I think they would be pleased. Certainly the way their season is wrapped up, it would give them something positive to take into 2025. Southwestern, they're in a battle. They're currently sitting 3rd in the SCAC standings, 5-2-3, but that is the identical record of TLU, who's sitting right beneath them in 4th place, also with a 5-2-3 record. So Pirates know what's at stake. Everyone looking up at Trinity and Colorado College is both those sides with identical records of 9-0-1. Singh unable to thread the needle, but it'll deflect back to Wasserman. Grimm takes a look around. Couldn't locate Sartorio, but Danny's still able to get there. Nicely done to retain possession. Already all the way back. Sharma rounding the circle on to Singh. Sartorio, a bit of space in the center circle for him to operate. This is where he's at its best. Hardy now. Out wide, Wasserman looking to cut in, lays it off to Singh here on the sideline. Singh, too tall for everyone. The visitors will make a change. As Carter Tao comes back on, the freshman from Tulsa. Saw him as a first-half substitute. Trevino off the chest. Does not have numbers. Pirates doing a very good job getting back defensively. Numbers behind the ball, and they are able to win it back. Ziplu under pressure. And he's fouled by Giovanni Bernett. As the sun making a rare appearance here today. We anticipated a high in the mid-80s, but we've not seen the sun. Very great overcast. The sun starts to come out, making his presence known. Wasserman. Wisely on to Grimm. Always a security blanket. Hardy. Able to spin away from Tao. But Hardy forced back under pressure. Really being harassed there by Trey Castillo. All the way back he goes, Sharma, and it'll be a throw for Southwestern. But Pirates going the wrong way. Trevino. There over to Yanez. Yanez has done his job coming off the bench. Snyder turns, and he turns it over. Sanatorio with it. Here comes Pinto, able to right out one tackle, looking for Sanatorio. Couldn't find Danny. And in tight space, the Pirates with it. This shot, oh, just over the crossbar. Miller came off the boots of the senior from Houston Lamar. Pirates doing a very good job that time turning defense to offense. Walker has not been nearly as busy here in the first 10 minutes of the second half as he was in the first. He could not take any breaks. Miller there drawing the foul on Rocco Guevara. Guevara, the freshman from Arlington, Texas. But back to Walker. He was all over the place, making save after save anytime he was called upon. Give his defense credit. They've done a better job. Warhawks have had more possession. He has not been under nearly the barrage of shots that he was in the first. Southwestern, they came out with a sense of urgency and maybe dwindling a bit. Still trailing 1-0 are the Pirates. Goal in the 44th from Anthony Lucia. Wasserman out to Miller. Miller a heavy touch, and he turns it over. No, gets it back from Washington. Miller outside, takes a shot. Pushed away by Walker. And it's going to be a goal kick. Nicely done by the goal scorer, Lucia, able to play that off of a Pirate just when it looked like Southwestern was going to have a corner coming. Wasserman. Under pressure that time from Burnett. Here comes Singh. Siplu along the touchline, playing inside. Sanatorio, a heavy touch. Snyder able to take it. Guevara playing it up, but not a teammate in the vicinity, so it'll easily be collected by Sharma. Singh. Inside Wasserman. Oh, just too much on it. Couldn't find Sanatorio. He was coming outside. The pass was in. Singh to Siplu. Oh, nice run here from Luca. And finally a third defender there to close him down. Pirates. Pinto coming over. The wind really starting to kick up. We mentioned gusts in that 25-mile-an-hour range. It has been constant, just about 10 miles an hour since we got underway. Pinto. Headed away. Another throw coming. Pinto has Pirro there and just off the mark, and the Pirates will have a corner from the far side. The Warhawks have done a good job by and large marking, particularly Cooper Pirro and Raghav Sharma in these situations. You wonder if they can do so for the full 90. Those two so dangerous. Here's another chance. Sent in. Walker able to punch it away. He's in the right place at the right time. And this one headed away. And Sharma just besides himself. That ball found him. I don't know that he could do a whole lot more than react, which he did admirably. And I saw Walker there after the initial save telling his guys to move forward. It was just a jumble in the box, and that is never going to benefit your goalkeeper. Hardy. Still with Hardy, able to get around the would-be tackle of Castillo. Now off to Siplu. Back to Wasserman. A heavy touch and a shove as well, and simply a word there. Wasserman will have to have a chat with our referee, Mohamed Kalea. That may be a one-way conversation. If Danny's smart, it will be. Warhawks making a change. Damari Washington coming off. It'll be Eric Phillips coming on. Phillips, junior from Willis Point, more of an attacking threat. Visitors trying to find insurance. They haven't had a chance to do so. Snyder inside with Burnett. Much like the first half, Southwestern dominating possession, but still yet to find the equalizer. Wasserman. Here comes Siplu making a run down the line. Working on Burnett, and he's won a corner. Well, that was Christian, rather, the man who conceded it. Grimm over to take the in-swinger from the near side. Grimm to the back post. Pirro off the woodwork. I believe Walker got a fingertip to it. Came off the crossbar, but I think Walker just had enough to send that one onto the crossbar. It may have been destined for the back of the net. And the way he's played today, I'm inclined to give him credit there. But either way, it's still a 0 on the Pirates side of the scoreboard, and that is really all that matters. Singh and the Pirates trying to really turn things as quickly as possible. That is to take it. That's what they have to do. Just keep the Warhawks under pressure. Pass intercepted by Lucia. And stolen away. Here comes Pinto. His cross deflected, and he will happily take the throw, which is essentially, when it comes to him, almost the same thing. Sharma unable to get there. This one's still in the box, yet to be cleared. Back it goes to Pinto. Warhawks finally getting it out of the danger area. And as I say that, chipped back in. Here comes Pinto into the box and into the gloves of Brandon Walker. Frustrating for the Pirates. Still a lot of time remaining, 27 minutes, in fact, in this one. But Phillips. And just too much on it that time from Giovanni Bernat. Pirates turn it over again in a dangerous area. Here comes Yanez. Yanez shot from distance. Saved by Johnson, and that was tricky. It took a bounce, always making things more complicated for a goalkeeper. Johnson really, I believe that's the first shot he's faced, certainly the first save he's made in the second half. Nearly 20 minutes in. It's been very routine for Johnson. To give him credit, he was paying attention, did not let that one beat him. Wasserman happy to take it as there was miscommunication from Castillo and Yanez. Neither called the other off, and it's turned over. Here comes Burnett, trying to cut his way through. He was looking for Phillips. Opportunity here. Both teams to catch their breath. Snyder. Over the top, it'll hang up. The win that time aiding the Pirates. Oh, good ball, Pirro into Wasserman. He has room to run. Finds Sartorio. And it's going to be a foul against Preston Stahl. The senior, the former Allen Eagle that time, knows how slippery Sartorio is, and I say that with the huge amount of respect. That is a great compliment when it comes to a soccer player. And he knew he could not allow Dani Sartorio to find any space. Grimm standing over it with that potent right boot. Already a few words. So the wall just outside the 18-yard box. Wind at the back of Grimm. See if he elects to put this one on frame. Does just that. Oh, and had it measured, it was low and hard to the near post, but just a bit off. And that been on, I think it certainly would have had a Walker beaten as he struck it with some pace. Yanez able to locate Phillips' intended target all the way out to Singh it goes. He'll be able to keep it in. Nicely done by the freshman from Houston. On to his fellow classmate and fellow Houstonian. Barrow up the line. Miller able to keep it in, if only momentarily. As Lycia will send it out. Still 1-0. Warhawks. Their goal came in the 44th minute from Anthony Lycia. They have not been able to find insurance. Pirates have not been able to find an equalizer. Southwestern will make some substitutions. Just trying to figure out what they need to do to find this goal. It has been hard to come by. Now the changes, it'll be McLeod and Nolan coming on for Coach Norman. Senior day, again, Elliott Miller, Lucas Siplu, Keegan Hardy, and Michael Grimm, the four being honored here as the wind really beginning to kick up. They will be honored post-match. Well, that will be a lot sweeter if they were able to come back and secure the victory here. And more importantly, Pirates want to take momentum into next week's conference tournament. They've won 3 in a row. They really want to take a 4-match winning streak in. They do not want to limp into the conference tournament coming in off a loss, or for that matter, even a draw. McMurry, a win today would just be their third in conference. Obviously, a lot remaining before they're able to secure that. And their first away conference win this year, but what a way it would be for them. Have something bright to end 2024. Trevino has Yanez to one side here on the near is Phillips. Tried to find Phillips. Instead, Right to go. This is deflected. It stays up in the air. Still bouncing around the box. Yanez trying to make a move on it. Yanez down, but play continues. Sit across, and Pirro able to head it away. So some chaos in the box there. Giovanni Bernet very slow to get back to his feet. Southwestern fortunate. Maybe a little too careless, but here's a chance. Sartorio sticks with it. Able to settle it nicely. Back to Singh he goes. Some space here for Grimm. See if he gives it instead. He's taken from behind. Burnett, dangerous tackle, but he was able to execute it well. Sartorio, oh, a little shake there, round one. Siplu. Moving to the outside, and Stahl eventually clearing things, but right to Singh. Now Hardy. Wasserman thought about it. He's going to take it from distance. Oh, nearly. It took a bounce. Why not give it a go? The freshman from Houston out of St. John's. That was a great shot. Nearly beat Walker. As good as Walker's been today, though, he was able to parry it out for a corner. As Giovanni Bernet is down on the pitch, the freshman out of Dallas Sunset High School, and he's slow to get to his feet. And if you're Southwestern, you want to see more of those shots. Take those shots from distance. Really need to put Walker under the sustained pressure that he was under in the first half. Southwestern really not testing him here in the second. All the way, and Pirro, that one going out of bounds. Pirro elected to try to put the hands on it. It was out of bounds, and he saw some of the Warhawks not pleased. But again, it was off the field of play. No foul there. Wind continuing to gust here in Georgetown. A beautiful morning has turned into a lovely afternoon. Michael on to Lucas. Now Danny Wasserman cutting back in. Oh, tried to find Nolan, and Stahl saw it coming. Also helped that Nolan lost his footing. Still plenty of time, 19 minutes in fact remaining as the Warhawks will make a pair of changes. Yanez comes off, Katunde on to take his spot up top. Jordan Katunde, the junior from Saginaw, trying to make something happen. Also Nick Munoz on, saw him as a first half substitute, the sophomore midfielder from Lubbock. Wasserman on to Sartorio. Oh, Siplu looking for a bit of space to cross this in. Munoz there, but he couldn't clear it. Goes straight up into the air. McLeod now, around one. Munoz careful not to commit a foul, and it'll come out. Pirates will have the throw, and without Grayson Pinto on the pitch, it'll be Lucas Nolan to take it. The Baytown product sends this to the near post. Katunde there. All the way out that time. Castillo unable to settle. Here's Trevino. Ball ping-ponging around. Neither team able to really take possession. Finally, Saratorio does, and as I say that, Trevino back to take it. Here comes Saratorio, somehow still with it. It will deflect out for a corner. "17 minutes remaining in the match." Pirates really came out with a sense of urgency here to start the second half. It has waned a bit, but they're starting to come back with it. Nolan tried to flick it on. Back to Grimm. Another chance to serve it in. As Sharma, so good. Just couldn't put it on target. And it's been a frustrating match for the star junior defender and captain, Raghav Sharma, second-team All-Conference a year ago. Normally the former Westlake Chaparral. He's going to put that on frame at the very least, but he hasn't been able to today. Hardy wisely pulling it out. Trevino and Ciplu battling. A massive collision. And Singh went into it alongside Castillo. I don't think. Pass intercepted. Christian. Katunde. Christian still down on the pitch. Katunde. Dispossessed. Singh that time. Excuse me, Sharma rather. Give credit where credit's due. The captain, Raghav Sharma, able to win it. As Christian's still down on the pitch, and Pirate fans unhappy as they thought they may have had something going the other way in transition. Dylan Christian, the junior from Wichita Falls, down in obvious pain. Christian, one of the two McMurry players sitting on a yellow. He saw it in the 25th minute. And back on his feet is Christian. Damari Washington comes on. He will take the place of Dylan Christian, at least momentarily. Grimm. Into the mixer it goes. Snyder able to clear it up to Washington. And Wasserman there on the spot, turns him inside and out. Nolan. He's won a corner off. Solid goes. Pirates winners of their last three. They've kept the same starters today that they had on Friday, that 3-1 victory over Concordia. But it's been a much tougher test today. To the back post, Piro closest to it. Sartorio weaving his way through, on to Piro. Out to Katunde. Trying to get this one up to Eric Phillips. Phillips, no support there. Pirates happy to take it right back. Wasserman back from Grimm. Piro switches over to Singh here on the near side. Gets it back from Nolan. Singh. Very little space to be had. Visitors doing a good job clogging the passing lanes. Sent in and right to the head that time of Munoz. And simply a goal kick as both teams will make changes as we are now under a quarter of an hour remaining in this. Yanez back on for the visitors. And Carter Tao coming on to take the place of Damari Washington for McMurray. 13-13 remaining in this. Still 1-0 Warhawks. They scored in the 44th right before halftime. Anthony Lucia, the goal scorer, the sophomore from Lake Highlands. Southwestern has not been able to respond. On paper, Pirates the heavy favorites, currently third in the SCAC. Visitors 11th out of 12 in the men's soccer standings in the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference. Nolan across the face and a great ball in. And it is simply going to be a goal kick. I thought Walker got a touch to it. That was not the case, they say. Well, Pinto will come back on for Southwestern. You certainly imagine so. They're going to need his long throwing ability. Offense for defensive switch here is Pinto for Piro. For Piro, the right center back, giving away to Grayson Pinto, who will go in up top. So Pirates electing to bring a little more firepower on for this final push with 12 minutes remaining. Wasserman, another impressive turn, just spins defenders around. Sartorio out to Siplu. Shot, Walker parries it over. Brandon Walker has done his job. There is no doubt about that. He has done everything asked of him and then some. Cross comes in, looking for Sharma. Cleared away by Munoz. The wind continues to blow. Grayson Pinto will certainly take advantage of that. Sends this one to the penalty spot. Sharma, the target. Martzman trying to turn, trying to get across, able to find Pinto. And it goes off the crossbar. Walker that time let it go. I think he thought it was just going to be well off the mark, and he was very fortunate that that came off the woodwork. That is a gamble as a goalkeeper you can not afford to take. Fortunately for Brandon Walker and the Warhawks of McMurry University, it did not go in, but it just as easily could have. Nolan flipped over, and Snyder, takes a deflection out to Sartorio. In it goes, and Lucas Marino tried to take it first touch. Pirate fans, hands on their head as they knew what a great opportunity that was. Goal kick hanging up in the air as Yanez takes a shove, and Warhawks will happily take the free kick. Pirates will make a change. Hardy comes back on, taking the place of Marino. Time starting to become a factor with 10 minutes remaining. There's still a lot of time for Southwestern. The pressure will build with each passing minute. Warhawks now against the run of play, trying to find something in transition. Nothing really there for Chavez, but he's won a throw. Chavez thought he had a corner, and they're going to say Warhawks last to touch it. Will our referee, Mohamed Kalea. Johnson with a quick restart. Siplu bounces right back up, still with it. Here comes Luca. Clip from behind, a free kick, and maybe more. Oh, Trevino with the yellow. That is the third yellow card for the Warhawks today. Is both Dylan Christian and Landon Snyder saw yellow in the first half. With just 10 minutes, under 10 minutes, I should say, 9:17 to be exact remaining. Pirates with another free kick. Grimm, the senior, talking with his fellow classmate Hardy, and Grimm will certainly, the last time he had one of these, he did a good job. He put it low and hard to the near post. It was just about 18 inches off. You would imagine he would try something similar here as he had Walker beaten. Into the wall. McMurray's wall doing its job. Hardy. Nicely done, able to bounce back up and send it back to Sharma. Saratorio, a collision and a free kick for Southwestern. The star freshman from San Antonio down on the pitch as he took a shot. The clock will stop. 9:54 remaining. 8:54 remaining. I have wishful thinking, trying to give the Pirates an extra 60 seconds. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do that. It's worth a shot. Saratorio bounces back up. Grimm has had so many of these free kicks, so many chances. Pirates generally clinical with these. They have not been today. Stahl able to head it away, and now careen out for a corner. Another chance. Sent in. Hardy able to get a touch to it. Finally cleared away, and a high boot in the process, it appears, as that may well have caught Denny Chavez, the senior from Fort Worth. And he is still down on the pitch. So the clock will stop. 8:18 remaining. Walker, as this one hangs in the center circle right into the wind. Saratorio there. Daniel Saratorio doing what he can as he gets service back. Saratorio looking to spin. 2 defenders in tow. They're not letting him find any space. Now Wasserman. Little flip over. Good job containing the talented freshman from Houston. Wasserman turns. He's so adept at doing just that. Sending it in. Had a man. It was McLeod streaming through. And I think it was actually intended for Pinto, but give McLeod credit. He knew that if Pinto was unable to get there, he would have had a chance, and he did. That's just a heads-up play from a freshman who will come off. Pinto, this throw from almost midfield, and this is impressive to say the least if he can send this in the box even with the wind at his back from here. He does so. What a throw. Sharma trying to track it down in the corner. Pirates with it, under 7 minutes remaining. Pinto again into the mix. Deflected, not yet cleared away. Out it comes. Singh. That one careening off the left boot, and it never appeared destined for the back of the net just with the spin on it. One Danny to another, but Saratorio unable to link up with Wasserman. All right, Trevino. He let that one out. I think he was late to realize it was last touched by one of his teammates. So Southwestern will have another throw, and Pinto yet again. He may have had more throws today than he has all season long, the reigning SCAC Offensive Player of the Week. Nolan to the back post. And the Pirates equalize. 5:26 remaining in the match. Lucas Nolan makes it 1-1. An 84th minute equalizer from Nolan. And Southwestern desperately needed that. Nolan with his first goal of the season. It could not have come at a better time. And the sophomore from Baytown makes it 1-1. And now can Southwestern snatch a victory from the jaws of defeat? Can they find the win here that they really need and want? Those long throws that Southwestern has had so many of, and I said it, they're so adept at those. Pinto can put it on the money. Generally, it's Sharma, sometimes Pirro the target. At that time, it was Lucas Nolan who put it perfectly inside the post. As Landon Schneider, the freshman from Frisco Memorial, the man down on the pitch, and they will have to help him off. As Carter Tao comes on to take his spot. Southwestern making a substitution, Colin Otten coming on. Big 6'3" sophomore defender adding some height here. Another Pinto throw, looking for Otten, the new addition. Out it comes. Sartorio there, but a whistle against the Pirates. 5 minutes exactly remaining against Southwestern, who trailed for 84 minutes of this match, come away with a victory. Wasserman. Out to Siplu. Now Singh. Wasserman again, shot not on target. Both teams will make a change. The goal scorer, Nolan, back on for Southwestern. And Diego Aldama coming on, the sophomore from Dripping Springs, saw him as a substitute in the first half. On for McMurray. Siplu along the near touchline. And a big tackle from Stahl, able to send it out. Pirates have the throw coming. The black and gold fans on their feet here at Varsity Field. Electric atmosphere. Southwestern found the equalizer 2 minutes ago. Can they go ahead? Pinto. Walker over the top. Walker felt that he could not take a chance on that one. Didn't want to come away with it, so he concedes a corner. And full credit again to Brandon Walker. He has been outstanding. Sophomore goalkeeper from Royce City. Blocked a penalty by the Pirates, but the Pirates have it. Southwestern, could that be the winner? 3.5 minutes remaining. And the Pirates are up for the first time today. Warhawks defending set piece after set piece, long throw after long throw, and it was only a matter of time, it appeared, before the Pirates would break through. They did in the 84th. They find the go-ahead with 3 minutes and 39 seconds remaining. Waiting for confirmation on who scored. There was a mass in front of the goal. But what a turn from Southwestern. At times an anemic performance, but they have dug deep. They have gone ahead, and now they are 3 minutes and 39 seconds away from the win, which would be their 4th in a row heading into next weekend's conference tournament. Free kick for the Warhawks. Right into the win here. We'll see if McMurray, what they elect to do in this situation. It's not going to be easy. And the wall does its job. Nick Munoz sends it right into the Pirate wall. Still the Warhawks, though. Finally, Sharma to clear it. All the way back to Tao. Under pressure, turns it over. Here comes Otten. A heavy touch, and that gives Tao the opportunity to win it back. Wasserman coming in, a heavy tackle on Nick Munoz, who's still down on the pitch. And the clock stopping with 2:23 remaining. Well, Munoz still down, being attended to by the Warhawks trainers. The clock has stopped, 2:23 remaining. Pirates trailed for 84 minutes of this match, and they have scored twice since, and there's still 2:23 remaining. And Munoz back to his feet. The sophomore from Lubbock will be assisted off the pitch. And we have received confirmation that Raghav Sharma scoring what would, if it holds, be the game winner. That would be his 5th of the season, trailing only senior Michael Grimm, who has 6 on 5 assists, does the former Carroll Dragon. Warhawks, do they have anything? Can they respond? Possibly split the spoils today on the road. They have not won a road match in conference this season. They are 0-5 in away matches in the SCAC. They have just one victory overall in away matches, 8-1 overall on the road this year. Moreno up to Siplu. A goal kick for Walker. Bento trying to find his way around. It's Trevino. Tried it cleared. It just went straight into the air. Siplu now. With Tao in tow. Siplu trying to spin him around. He's taking it to the corner flag with 82 seconds remaining. And Southwestern still with it. More precious seconds coming off the clock for the Warhawks. Southwestern 70 seconds away from what would be an incredibly impressive come-from-behind performance today on Senior Day. Pirates have the throw, under a minute remaining. They trailed for 84 minutes. But ultimately, the Warhawks could not hold on. Pirates two goals in just over 2 minutes. Siplu taking it to the corner flag. More precious time coming off the clock. A goal kick for Walker, 30 seconds remaining. Final opportunity for the Warhawks. Hardy, that may well do it. Pirate fans on their feet. A gutsy performance by Southwestern coming from behind on Senior Day. And they will take it. 2-1, Pirates over the Warhawks. Southwestern moves to 11-2-4 overall, 6-2-3 in conference. They have now won 4 in a row. The loss drops to McMurry to 4-13-1 overall, 2-9 in conference. Their losing streak now at 3 is the Pirates' winning streak at 4, heading into next weekend's conference championship tournament. Don't forget, we will have the women of McMurry and Southwestern coming up. It'll be Senior Day for them. We will have that one for you at the bottom of the hour. Again, we like to take the opportunity to congratulate the 4 Pirate senior on the men's side, Elliot Miller, Lucas Siplu, Keegan Hardy, and Michael Grimm. What a way to wrap up their home career here at Varsity Field. The final, Pirates come from behind, 2 goals in 2 minutes. After trailing 4-84, they take it 2-1. Pirates on top of the Warhawks.